Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 8th episode of the Renotalk show with your host, Mr. Zeno, who happens to be the editor from Renotalk.com as well. Today, we are honored for the first time in all the episodes to have somebody sitting beside me. He's none other than our Renotalk's Chief Strategic Officer, and his name is
Sabah.
Sabah. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's 6:18. I know you're busy, and thank you so much for taking time off your busy schedule. Now, before we begin with our program proper, I just want to remind viewers once again that this show runs every Tuesday and Thursday at 6:18 on Renotalk's FB page. And for viewers from the east part of Malaysia, the east and western part of Malaysia, thank you so much for joining us. Please subscribe and like our page, and do comment on anything that you want to comment. If you have any questions or suggestions or recommendations, please drop me an email at z@renotalk.com. Okay, so if we are ready to today's topic, you want to begin? You want to mention?
Okay, I'll just lead into today's. I'll just introduce today's topic. Now, today's topic is something that is, I would say, a pet topic when it comes to interior design, because it affects a lot of families in Singapore, not just mine. And the topic today is about future-proofing your home, and specifically to make your home senior-friendly. Now, Z, I was just talking to another person that day about having senior-friendly fixtures in the home.
Okay.
And the first reaction I got was, wow, that means my home is going to look like an elderly retirement home.
Well, yeah, right? I mean, everybody will be growing old, right? So
correct. So, but the image that they project to me and what I have in mind is totally different, right?
Okay.
Because I believe that senior-friendly homes doesn't have to look like a hospital. But at the same time, when I talk to this person has a totally different image, right? It's because they are a couple, right? So in her mind, she's thinking about those metallic red bars, right? That line up at the hospital, right? Then you have that grey-looking, the ugly-looking bar that sits beside the toilet bowl, right?
Ew.
So they think that I don't want my home
not
to
you,
look like
but
that. Yeah, they don't want the home to look like that, right? Especially when they just bought a new home, but at the same time they know that in their 40s they're going old, in 10-15 years time. So, but in my mind, I was thinking, who says senior-friendly homes have to be ugly?
I absolutely agree. Yes.
And that's the topic that I want to address today. It doesn't have to be. The short answer is, it doesn't have to be. But how do we get there? That's the thing that we're going to discuss today.
Okay. So without further ado, I think let me just begin with one point, and then if you got anything to add in, then you just add in, to that point. Okay, guys. So some of you might be leaving your parents-in-law, your parents, or elderly folks at home, right? So either way, each of us will probably have a loved one that is will become an elderly soon. Perhaps you viewers, perhaps we have elderly viewers.
SG50 soon.
SG something lah. Okay, but according to statistics, by 2020, 1 in 5 residents will be aged 65 years and above. The statistics is from HDB lah. So yes. Now, the first thing, right, I think, which is the most important to make a home elderly friendly or senior friendly, is to have consistent lighting. I think it's best to have consistent lighting throughout the whole house area, for simple reasons that for the elderly not to fall. What about your thoughts?
Yeah, you're right, Z. Consistent lighting is important. Some people, they kind of they prefer form over function. What I mean by that? That means, right, they like fancy looking lights, but they don't really know how functional these lights are, how useful they are for the elderly members of their family. So I'll give you an example. Chandeliers is nice, right?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Yeah,
and expensive.
Yeah, but you must also have lights. I mean, it's good for your home to look good with nice lighting and all that, but you also must have functional lighting. So, and I realized it doesn't cost very much to make sure that the lighting at your home is very friendly for seniors. Okay, I'll give you an example. Recently, I came across a website that suggests, you must have very accessible light switches for elderly to be able to reach. Sounds like a very good idea, right? Okay, nice job, Einstein. But here's the thing: when an elderly wake up, before he even if she or he has bad eyesight, right? What's the first thing she needs to grab for?
Oh, the glasses.
The glasses, right? So how she's gonna hit the switch? before wearing the glasses.
Yeah, she won't be able to see it.
Exactly.
She have to like
Right.
grapple in the dark.
Correct. So the automatic thing to do if she wants to get up, and go to the bathroom would be to kind of take her feet and step down from the bed, right?
Yeah.
Right. A simple lighting would cost a simple solution for that costs less than $10. Right. I recently found a power pack. The brand is called Power Pack.
Power pack.
It's a motion activated light switch. Night light. Okay, motion activated night light.
Okay.
Yeah, you just put it at the side.
All right, guys, I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, we have a picture of that. Yeah. We are not getting a commission for this, right? I'm just sharing what.
Very quickly. Okay.
Very quickly what I use, so that you know you can opt for simple solutions. So this night light, I think it's about one or two lumens. It senses motion, so that it is, for me, I place it strategically near the bathroom, so it's easier for you to. It's not too bright, so that it allows time for your eyes to adjust the lighting.
Okay, I think the point that you're trying to reach is that it's not expensive.
It's not expensive.
Actually. Okay.
It's easy to place, right? So it's just anywhere with a 3-pin plug will be it will work out, right?
Okay, so that's lighting. Now let's move on. I think you mentioned something about bathroom grips and all that. Wow, I really can actually recall seeing those metal grips in hospital toilets. So yes, what about bathroom grips?
Yeah, that's the thing. Taking my mom for an example. My mom, she's born in 1939.
Wow.
Right, she's very old, right?
Yeah,
so
old,
and
that's old, man.
she is. Yeah, but just don't tell her in her face, lah.
That's old, man.
Okay. Right. So here's the thing, right? When you mention the word hospital, right, you can see the blood flush away from her face, right? She don't want to be reminded about hospital. But here's the thing. If you go for those typical design for grab bar, it really looks like the hospital. Why would you want to remind your mom and your dad about the hospital when she's at home, right? So the solution is actually very simple. There are additional fixtures that you can put in the home that don't look ugly.
Okay.
Right? Some of the things that your ID can do it for you, some you can DIY and do it for yourself.
Oh, okay.
Right, if you look in front,
I'm gonna bring it up, guys, one more time.
I'm gonna show you an image here. Now here's a grab bar
that don't look fugly.
Don't look fugly, alright? For those of you who
don't
know what it means,
let's not go there.
Don't go there. Google it, alright?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you take a look at it, right, it holds a soap in the middle. This is just one example, right? I've seen examples of this a lot. I'm not sure where they bought it from, but I do know that it exists, and so I give credit to the website there where I got the photo from. Now this is just one example. Another example would be a grab bar that actually holds a toilet roll in between, right? You don't even know it's a grab bar. Right?
Okay, that's interesting.
But it falls nicely when you're about to grab a toilet roll, right? You realize that it fits at arm's length.
Okay. Yeah, that's smart.
It's very classy. It's designer style, and it don't look like a hospital, right?
Okay,
So it's it's a very simple solution, right?
Okay, but I'm just gonna mention something about about this topic, of course. When we mention elderly home and all that, I think most of the impression will just be talking about HDBs lah.
Yeah.
But I think it is also applicable for private kind of homes. Okay, I'll give you an example. Okay, like HDB, right? I think it is a good initiative by HDB to have all lift stops at each floor.
Yeah.
So when we talk about those people who are staying in detached or semi-detached kind of houses, when they have 2 or 4 or 3 floors, one of the features that they can install, in my view, is lift. Of course, it will be costly, but I think the investment will be worthy. What are your thoughts on that?
It doesn't have to be a full-scale lift. You can have those that
hydraulic kind of.
Yes. Yeah. The actual
hydraulic
the
kind.
technical name slipped my mind, but it's actually installed right beside the staircase. Right, so the elderly person would just sit on it and then hit a switch and then it would just move up and down.
But slow lah, but still serve the purpose.
Yeah. If you watch the movie Gremlins, then there's an example.
Oh yeah.
You and me, we will watch that movie.
Can we find it now?
No.
Okay, so yes, guys. So that's lift. That's a bit too atas lah, I must say. But then yes, it is.
No, but you have a point.
something that
I'm glad you brought up about the HDB part because let's
Okay.
Take a look at the HDB snapshot of this website. Now, before you go out and decide to spend money on accessorizing your home to make it future-proof and senior-friendly, HDB already have a solution for you if you are if you hit the age of 60 already, right? It's called EASE, E-A-S-E. Enhancement for active seniors. I'll hit you up with the link, the shortened link later after the show. We have that, rtlk.io/EASE. So you can go for that link. Now, what it does is it is a subsidized program, and what comes under a subsidized program by HDB here is it provides anti-slip treatment for your floors. It provides a X number of grab bars. I don't know the full details, but there's a certain number of grab bars that can be installed, and even ramps. Right. So before you decide to spend for a private contractor, look for the subsidized option under HDB.
Okay.
Now, but having said that, what if you don't qualify? Right. Like what you said, some people staying in
detached and semi-detached.
Yeah, and semi-detached, private condos and all that. Right. So then you can also look for commercial but not expensive solutions. Now, before I talk about the other solutions, let me talk about the most obvious one.
Okay.
Elderly, you mentioned, right? A lot of elderly. We're going to be a silver society very soon. Now, let me give you the US statistics. Right, 1 in 4 seniors who are 65 and above will have a fall in a year. Right. So now that's a very high statistic. Now. So
dangerously high, if you ask me.
Yeah. So flooring is one of the most obvious culprit, I would say. Right. Now I would say there are three types of solution that you can go for. Right. The easiest one is of course to make sure you don't use carpet. Carpet keeps you warm, but it's also a safety hazard. My mom has tripped on a carpet at least once or twice. That's why we decided to roll it up. Right.
Carpet.
So yeah, carpet is quite.
I mentioned about carpet, but that was a different thing. But
the second option is you look if you have a BTO, right? You're going to collect the keys to your flat, right? And you're considering you are in a position to consider the type of floor that you want to install. Now, whether you are using vinyl floor, laminate floor, or tiles, there are matte versions of those floors.
Matte version.
Yeah. Those are not glossy, you know.
Yeah.
The glossy
matte
ones,
version, non-glossy kind.
Right. The glossy ones are usually the one that's responsible for slips, not just for the elderly, even for someone like me, right? So you can go for those matte ones. Now, what if you are staying in a flat that's already renovated, right? Maybe it's a resale flat and you don't want to spend too much on renovation. Then you can consider the anti-slip treatment.
Okay,
right?
yeah, I was about to bring up that point.
So the anti-slip treatment, what it does is it coats your current floor with a layer of liquid that upon drying after 10 minutes, it makes it less slippery. And the treatment lasts for 2 to 3 years. So we were privileged recently to have witnessed a company called YHH.
Okay.
They actually do anti-slip treatment.
We have a video, right?
Yeah, very kind of them to actually share with us this video.
Okay.
Do you have the video with you?
Yep. Gents, ladies.
So I will just clean it on the application part. Okay, so I make it dry. So this part is clean. And after that, we will apply some of our anti-slip solution. Okay, then we wait for 10 minutes, then we apply again. Then after that, we will wash away the solution. Then we can test the slip resistance.
Okay. So that was the guy applying the anti-slip treatment lah.
Yep.
In terms of the cost, is it a worthy investment? If it's expensive,
it is.
or is it like affordable? You know,
It is affordable.
Basically cheap lah, but I don't want to use the word cheap lah. You know,
Yeah.
it's just not nice to use the word cheap.
Yeah, I think it's value for money. And considering that it lasts for 3 years, the treatment I mean, you cannot put a price tag on the safety of
Of course, yeah. I wouldn't want to put a price tag. Okay, thank you. Wow, so we covered lighting, bathroom grips. We talked just a little bit about home lift and staircases, and then next we talk about just earlier we just talked about flooring, the anti-slip treatment. But what else? I do have. I think there are certain like we are living in a very much digitalized age, right? So everything is about wireless connectivity and gadgets lah. So I think there are certain gadgets that can fit or that can assist the elderly in going about their daily life. I'm just gonna say one, and perhaps Ba, you can comment on that.
Sure.
Humidifier and air purifier. Okay, in our office right now, this is live in the Midview City in Singapore. In our office, we have a very tiny humidifier, courtesy of yours truly. I give it to Ned. Ned thinks that the humidifier is kind of cute lah. It's just a small thing. But we are in a big room such as our office. But for elderly, right, when they are staying in their perhaps in the compound or their living room or in their room, will you think it is advisable for them to be investing in air humidifier or air purifier? Ba?
I think there are devices like that combines both features. That means it purifies the air and dehumidifies as well. I think for the elderly, where they are more susceptible to breathing challenges, asthma, for example, I think it is a worthy investment.
Okay. Well, there are many brands out there. You guys can go and find out for yourself. Okay, another thing which I just want to say, which is I think everybody should know this by now, is to get stable furniture lah. Don't go and invest in some flimsy kind of plastic chair and let your old folks sit down on it. Just get a stable one lah. And there are many kind of stable furniture, affordable ones as well. You guys can find out more about that. Okay, I'm just going to mention two things additional.
Go ahead.
Which is this is a bit kwachang. Kwachang is exaggerating in Chinese lah. It is
not kwachi.
No, not kwachi. One is to install smoke and carbon monoxide detector.
Who's carbon?
No, carbon monoxide detector. And the other one is elderly accessible surface tops. So let's talk about the smoke carbon monoxide detector first. Do you think it's a bit kind of too much item in the house? Now, okay, HDB.
Honestly, I'm kind of split about it. I have mixed feeling about it. I do know that there are people who advocate for it. But I'm not so worried about carbon monoxide. I'm more worried about fire.
Fire, precisely. So fire extinguisher. Right?
Yeah, carbon monoxide is something that I normally associate with cars. I know cars, they have this accessory where the carbon monoxide goes too high and it will alert you, right? So personally, I don't think I need it for the home. But a fire detector, smoke detector will be useful.
Okay. What about the elderly accessible surface top? Elderly accessible surface tops, okay.
I think most surface tops are actually accessible. The challenge, however, is remember for seniors, right? They want to spend less time maintaining that top.
Yes, okay.
That's one.
Okay.
And number two, some tops are more fire resistant or even fireproof.
Yes, that depends on the material.
Yeah.
Right? Yep.
So that will be useful because you never know. Sometimes the elderly might be doing some cooking and then it kind of slip and then hot cooking materials is spilled onto the table. So we want to make sure that they are not panicking at that point of time, right? Now the other thing that I want to talk about, since we are on the topic of furniture as well,
please.
right? Now, if you talk about seniors that can't walk, right? That have mobility problem, right?
Okay, mobility problem.
What do you think they would normally have with them day to day? How would their movement be like daily? If you could imagine.
Well, I'm sure it'll be an arduous task. It'll be difficult for them to move around.
So what equipments will they have with them?
I wouldn't want to say equipment. They'll probably be investing in a helper or an assistant. But then again,
if they can afford,
if they can afford, the investment will be kind of expensive.
You'll probably be thinking about wheelchair.
Yes, wheelchair bound.
Right? Yeah. But here's the problem: a lot of nice dinner tables, right, doesn't allow a wheelchair to fit nicely under.
Yes.
So
so
it's a combination of two factors. When you get a wheelchair, make sure that the armrest is not too high. But what happens if the wheelchair is for some reason budget issue, you buy a wheelchair that has standard armrest and you can't move, you can't adjust it. There is a solution for that. Let's take a look at the slide, right? I want to kind of poll the audience. What do you think this is, right? This up and down button. Right? It looks familiar, right? But the tabletop doesn't look familiar. Okay, I'll tell you why it looks familiar when the first time I saw it. Right? Because it looks like the switch that adjusts the height of the bed in the hospital.
No, here we go.
It's the same mechanism, right?
Yeah, man. Can we zoom in? No, cannot zoom in. I'm ready to zoom.
No need to zoom. But in this case, right, IKEA has smartly implemented that mechanism onto a dining or study table.
Oh, okay.
So what it means is that you can now adjust the height so that a wheelchair can fit under it if you need to.
Okay, nice.
Right?
So that is innovation by IKEA?
I wouldn't say it's an innovation.
It is like a segment where it is catered specially for elderly folks, or?
They didn't set it up that way. But one thing about IKEA, you probably know that they are quite the experts in design thinking. You know, they look at day-to-day appliances or tools, and then they take the best bits and then put it to their furniture. So this is one example. I think it's called the Bekan table, Bekant.
Bekan.
Yeah.
You want to spell it again? Slowly this time.
Bekant.
Okay, guys, go and check it out.
Yeah. So I'll send the short link of the Renotalk short link with the video inside so that you can take a look for yourself. So that kind of tables is a good investment because it doesn't look like it's for seniors. It looks like for everyone, and it has adjustable height, right? So you can use it for apply it to can have that as a dining table. You can have that as a corner study table, or just a simple table at home or in the room, and it works just fine.
And all this just to ensure that your elderly folks will have comfortable, life.
And
okay.
I got one last bit.
Okay, last bit.
Very important. If you have elderly at home, do not have heavy furnitures, or in fact, don't have furnitures that's resting on caster wheels.
Okay.
Because you imagine if the senior member of your family, right, when he or she is about to fall, right, the instinctively
They
he will
grab on
something.
Grab on something.
If they grab on a furniture that is kind of grounded to the floor, it's fine, right? It's heavy base, grounded
there's a wheel on it.
But what if there's a wheel on it, right?
I don't wanna.
Yeah, so I don't even want to imagine it. But I see a lot of homes, because of aesthetics, they rely on a lot of rollers. So be careful where you put those furnitures that has rollers.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah, man. I think that's a very good advice.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Sabah.
No problem.
I think we covered quite exhaustively, I must say.
I wouldn't say exhaustively. I could go on.
I think we can go on, but
I think that's
time
what's
not
enough.
permitting.
Yeah, that's what's enough. I think for people to get started.
Okay, for those of you who want to find out more information, where should they go, Bah? You want to tell them? Other than of course going down to HDB's website and searching it and reading it by yourself, you can of course also read the articles that has been put up at Renotalk.com. Just go to the search tab and search for the relevant articles. If you need professional services when it comes to installing this kind of facilities, or this kind of appliances or gadgets or apparatus for your elderly folks, yes, we do provide that as well. We do provide the link for the services.
Yeah, and if the topic resonates with you, right, just leave a comment underneath the video, and we'll follow up with it.
Oh yes, please. If you guys have any questions for Sabah, his email is at sabah@renotalk.com. If you guys got any recommendations for the next coming episode or the topics that we should cover, please send me an email at z@renotalk.com. I would like to say thank you so much, Sabah, for taking time off your heavy schedule, busy schedule, and joining us.
Anytime for you.
We hope that this will not be your one and only time. Hopefully to see you more and more time. But knowing that you're CSO, you'll be busy. You guys, please, if let's say you guys are interested to appear in our show, brands, companies, please drop me an email, either me or Sabah, an email, and then we will do the necessary. Alright guys, this has been the 8th episode of the Renotalk Show. This is Z, and that is
Sabah.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
I'll see you guys again. Bye bye.